Clint and I yesterday had one of the longest working days I think I've ever had.
You went to Sydney.
We did. So we did the radio show in the morning, as you know.
Yep.
We raced to the airport to get on an 11:30 flight to Sydney.
How was Qantas?
It's under renovation.
How was Qantas?
Because you know I'm a Virgin gal. It is under renovation. Qantas.
No, the food court's just opened, the new food court there.
Well, I was with Clint, so he is a frequent flyer.
Oh, of course.
And the flight was 10 minutes late, so we managed to get in to get a coffee quickly in the lounge. But I didn't. We went the other way. We didn't walk past the food offerings.
How was the actual aircraft, though? Did you have a nice flight? I was trying to bring you back to the.
Yeah, but he was head wobbling around because they all know him because he travels all the time and he loves it.
Pam,
and they love
Tina,
him.
Karen.
And he said,
there was a Pam on our flight.
Of course there was.
I've got us on the emergency exit row because he's a big
he's pulled some strings.
dog. And I was like, Clint, this is going to be great for us to just sit for an hour and a half and bond. Yeah. He was asleep before we took off.
Also,
took the window seat and then fell asleep before takeoff. I was like, dude.
As a concerned traveller,
yeah.
I don't think he should be in charge of the emergency exit.
I was asleep anyway. Yeah, good point.
Yep, I'll give you that.
He got you there.
This way to the emergency.
So we're a bit stressed because we knew we had to be at this amazing media opportunity to interview Paul Mescal, which every girl in her 20s has abused me over in my DMs because they are obsessed with him, and blokes in their 40s.
He's a good-looking rooster. And
Paul Mescal and Fred Heischinger.
I want him to be my best friend forever.
They are the
They were great.
Of Gladiator 2.
So we get to the interview, and then we also had to interview Connie Nelson, who is the leading lady, I would say, in Gladiator 2. So we were stressed. We didn't want to be late. But we got there.
She was after the boys.
She was after the boys. And so by the time we got to Connie, because they can run late, those junkets, because they're like back-to-back interviews. We were only on the ground in Sydney for 2 hours, and we knew we had to be on time.
Had we done our research? We had.
We'd done our research.
We were pretty well
But
researched.
it got to the point, the door wasn't open, and I said to the lady, I think we're going to have to go because we're going to miss our flight. We need to leave. So we unfortunately, we'd done our Paul Mescal interview and we were like, we're going to have to say no to Connie.
So when you sat down with Connie, everything needed to go to plan.
Yes.
Well,
pump out a quick interview and then race to the airport.
It probably had to be even better than going to plan. So we get there, and as we go to stand up to leave, they're like, Clint and Lauren, you're up. So in we went. And they said, you only got 7 minutes. We said, don't worry, we won't go over time because we've only got 6 minutes.
Exactly.
By my watch.
Nothing can stop us. We need to get to the airport.
No. And Clint, there were some moments that I thought you and I are not entertainment reporters.
I went into 60 Minutes mode, didn't I?
You did.
How'd that go?
Oh,
not great in some parts. Have a listen to this great question you asked.
And your character, this beautiful motherly character, I mean, what's it like to play a character like yours? Because she wants to be loved, you know.
Well, so I don't see her that way. The way I see Lucilla is that she loves people and she loves her community and she loves these ideas.
Oh.
She basically refuted.
She said that's not the character at all.
You really went Dickie Wilkins there for a bit, didn't you?
I liked how many times you said character in the question. Yeah. So I said to her, what about when I asked her, and all of this is up on the podcast, you can have a listen. I said to her, were you surprised how many people asked if Russell Crowe was going to come back? Because, spoiler alert, he dies in the first one.
Yeah.
So so many people have said, it's Russell Crowe in it, it's Russell Crowe in it. And I'm like, no, he's dead.
Could have been a prequel.
And I said to her,
so many people were asking the question.
Really?
Yeah, I said, are you surprised by how many people have asked that question? She goes, no one's asked me that question.
Ever.
She looked me deadpan in the eye and said, no one asked that question because he's dead.
To which I witnessed fear and panic in Lauren's eyes.
I bet.
As she backed the truck up. Beep, beep,
and then I lost my train of thought and I was rattled. Anyway, by this stage, I'm like, if we don't leave, we're going to miss the flight. And then this happened.
There was like a moment when I had a couple of scenes with, I'm so sorry, there was like...
We've got a whippersnapper. Cue the whippersnapper.
Oh, my God.
I know, it's like a work crew on the harbor, I think, that's doing this. Apologies.
Okay.
All right,
okay.
guys. Apologies, and I'll start over again. Yeah.
Apologies. Just press on.
Because they were like, well, in the background, all the publicists were like, stop the interview. We've got to stop. And we're like, we don't have time to stop or we're not going to get
press
home.
On, I've got more good questions to ask.
Anyway, Connie Nelson was lovely. She's quite extraordinary. She's one of the only cast members who's in Gladiator 1 and Gladiator 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's
That's
divine.
cool.
Yeah, she plays a beautiful role in it.
She plays this beautiful motherly character.
Oh, Jesus, here we go. They needed the wrap-up music for you.
I promise our Paul Mescal interview is much more professional.
We'll be the judge of that. Let's catch up with the cast of one of the biggest movies this year.
Our next two guests are stars of the hotly anticipated blockbuster action sequel, Gladiator 2.
I don't fight for power. I fight the free road for men like them.
Please welcome to the show, Paul Mescal and Fred Heschinger. Woo!
Guys, firstly, congratulations on both your performances. What an epic film. 24 years since the original Gladiator. Fred, you were one. Paul,
He was one.
you were one when the OG came out. Paul, you were 4.
I was 4 at the ripe old age of 4.
So wise.
Yeah.
At what age did you see the original Gladiator?
I was somewhere between 13 and 15. Can't remember exactly, but I watched it with my dad, which feels like some sort of rite of passage that if I was to ever have children, I'll look forward to showing them both Gladiator 1 and Gladiator 2 now.
How old were you when you saw it, Fred?
I just remember watching it on TV over and over again. It's one of those films I feel was always on television. And so it's one of the first movies where I think I accidentally memorized it just by seeing it so many times.
So then when you get the call up to star in a film like this, I mean, it's one of the most iconic films I know in my lifetime and in our lifetimes. How does it go? Do you get the call from Ridley Scott saying, hey, I want you to be in Gladiator?
You get the call that your agents are like, Ridley wants to talk to you about Gladiator 2, and you're like, well, that's a win in and of itself.
Huge.
And then, huge. And then Ridley everything with Ridley moves so quickly. So I spent like all of 30 minutes with him, and then he decided to cast me. It was over Zoom. It was just insane.
So it's not a huge audition process with him?
No. I thought we were going to have to do camera tests and auditions. And I think he's kind of got the respect of so many studios that if he wants a certain person in the film, they just...
I dare say
yes.
it's not something you mull over, though. You must have said yes straight away.
Absolutely. If Ridley asks you to be in something, you just say yes.
Because I've heard often with him, you know that you're getting cast in the film, but you don't know what character. Is that right? Or do you know exactly what role you're playing when he called you?
In this case, knew the character, but he moves... I think he really lives from the gut. When he has an idea and a decision, he wants it to happen, and he wants to make so many films, so he doesn't want to waste any time.
So we've seen it, but also the trailer's out, so I'm not giving too much away. But animals, can we talk animals, Lauren?
There's a lot of wild, crazy animals in this film.
Now,
I mean, the dog monkeys.
The dog monkeys.
How do you
amphibious.
shoot with the dog monkeys?
So there's like dog monkeys, there's amphibious creatures. People say the dog monkeys, they're just wild. Yeah, they're just
But they've been called everything.
They've been christened dog monkeys, and I feel like I've missed something. I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure. But we filmed with amazing stuntmen who basically they put these crutches on the front of on top of their arms, so they would mimic the movement.
Amazing.
Brutal. I mean, you gotta be careful. Lucius needed a first aid kit or something.
I did need a first aid kit.
Yeah, I don't want to run into a baboon in the wild after that.
Can we let them in on the secret? Lauren turned to me and asked, she's like, are those animals real?
No.
Wow, that's credit to the CG team.
Rhinoceros were real.
No, the rhinoceros.
For a brief moment. And then I reminded myself that they are endangered. We are not riding real rhinoceri.
My first day, I believe, was the rhinoceros in the Coliseum, and they had built this incredible animatronic rhinoceros that slowly blinked.
Yeah, it actually was able to...
so it looked
fully real.
Richie Ditch.
Well, if you were fooled, I was fooled.
Yeah.
But your monkey, is your monkey real?
My monkey is 100% real.
Told you there was real animals in it?
Yeah, the monkey actress is named Sherry. She plays Dondas, and this is her first film. And
Fred,
hang on,
fantastic.
The actress monkey's name is Sherry.
Sherry.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so did you have to build a real relationship with Sherry? Because your character is so kooky.
Oh, we were.
But it's a good cheat code, to have such a great animal on your shoulder when you're going through all that insanity, to have a creature that's so impulsive and
Paul, can we ask you about the rig?
The rig.
You're a beast in this film.
The rig.
The rig, sorry.
The rig.
We don't call it a rig in Ireland.
Gotcha. No,
what do we call it?
I now understand. I heard
just
rig
the bod,
before. I was like,
the bod.
rig.
Because this is a physical role, right?
Yeah, it's physical.
What do you have to do?
You you have to go to the gym. You have to. I had Tim Blakely was my trainer. He was just unbelievable. But I was lucky that I had a good bit of time out in advance where I wasn't trying to cram everything into a couple of months. So it was like slowly.
What did you eat to get muscles like that?
Lots of chicken, lots of
broccoli.
Broccoli.
Right. I had broccoli for breakfast this morning just to prepare myself.
But it's good. It was. They made everything that could possibly have been made easier with it all. But there's no kind of reinventing of the wheel. It's just go to the gym, lift weights, run.
Bicep curls,
absolutely for days.
Oh yeah, Clint's our fitness guy on the show, so I expect you to be eating chicken and broccoli. Guys, it is just extraordinary. You both play such amazing roles. You must be so proud of this film.
Oh, unbelievably proud. Like, I think seeing like the people that showed up at the premiere last night, and just it reminded me last night of like what the first film meant to people, what the second film means to us and the audiences that are encountering it. It's a really, really proud and special moment.
Paul, just quickly, I know I saw you rocking around in some Collingwood Football Club shorts.
Oh yeah.
So these are from Melbourne. These are the Melbourne Footy Club variety.
Press junkets are for.
That's
just all the gifts.
Yeah.
So they're the Demons in the AFL.
They're good.
Very famous Irishman played for the D's, Jim Steins.
Jim Steins. What big is Ty Kennelly still playing? No,
he's retired now, but he's also a legend. But enjoy them. I want to see you running around in those short shorts.
Thank you very much.
Congrats, guys.
Good on you guys.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Gonna be a good day. Jason Lauren.
Wake up feeling good.
On Nova 100.
Jason Lauren.
Follow them on socials.